Hey all, welcome back to another episode of Brave Kids Art Club. My name is Brad and I am so excited to draw with you. I've missed drawing with you. I missed a few days because I was helping my family with a move. So family does come first, but I wanted to make sure that we got right back to it and we get to draw again today because I love drawing with you. So thank you guys so much for showing up today. Let's figure out which animal we're going to be drawing. This animal looks like it has armor all over its body. It loves to roll around in the mud. And a group of these is called a crash. Do you know what animal this is? This is kind of a hard one. Yep, we are drawing a rhinoceros today. I've been wanting to draw this rhino for a long time, so I'm really looking forward to it. Hopefully you are too. Let's make sure we have everything we need to get started. All right, make sure you have a piece of paper, and then we're gonna need a pencil, an eraser, and a dark pen or marker. And the reason why we have a pencil is because we're gonna do a lot of sketching. And that sketching is where we're gonna kind of get out all of our mistakes, and make sure we have it how we want it before we put our permanent line down for our outline. And then at the very, very end, we get to do some coloring, which I'm really excited for always because that's one of my favorite parts of this. So let's start with some main shapes. Now, their body shape is kind of lumpy, so it's not really easy to draw one big shape for their body. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with a rectangle and we're gonna work our way from there. That way we at least know how much space it's going to take up on our page, and then we can make it look better as we go. So I'm gonna kind of say, this is where I want the back of my rhinoceros to be, and then I'm gonna leave room for the head. We're just talking about the body, not the head. And let's say right over here is where I want the other, I want it to end. I'm gonna draw this, and then I'm gonna draw this right here. Is that good? Yeah, maybe. It could be a little bit longer. Now for the head. The head is such a funky shape. Now watch what I do. It's gonna be like a backwards S shape. I'm gonna start from this point right up here and just go like this. Kind of do this kind of shape. I'm going to drop, go like this. I'm going to drop it down. I'm going to go out when I do, like this. And then we're going to do something like this, a little line. And then we're going to do a little smiley face down here. Let's do it down here, a little bit lower. A little smile. And we'll do the other half of the smile, the bottom part of their mouth. We're gonna make this a happy rhino. And then we're gonna kind of go like this. We're just gonna kind of do a little curve underneath there. They look kind of silly, don't they, without their horns? But some of them have one horn, some of them have two. There's 5 different species of rhinoceros. There's 2 that are in Africa, and there's 3 that are in Asia. The ones in Africa, at least, the white and the black rhino, which I'm gonna kind of be basing my drawing off of, they have 2. So we'll add those here in a second. But we're gonna kind of get this head locked in here how we want it. So now you can do another shape just like this if you want, or you can kind of come down and do a little angle and have that go under there for where their jaw is. See that? Now, their body will connect right about, their neck and their body will kind of connect right around there. And we'll fix this here in a second. Let's add the horns first. So we're just gonna right from here on the tip of their nose or their snout. We're gonna draw those horns. Now they have horns for protecting themselves, of course. They also have horns to help them kind of dig around in the ground because they're herbivores. And they look around for some food, for brush or even berries and trees and grass. But a lot of times they'll dig with that horn to find water, which is kind of cool. They got a tool right there on their face they can use whenever they need it. Alrighty, we got the other horns on there. So we got the big horn and the little horn. It's starting to look more like a rhinoceros for sure. And let's see, now that it looks like they have big armor plates on there. Now they don't actually have armor plates, they just have really thick skin, and that's just the way it folds on their body. But they do have very, very thick skin. So let's start the main shape here. Let's start maybe from the top of the head where we're already at. And we're gonna do this. We're gonna do from here, we're gonna do one big lump because they kind of got the big hump on their back. Their eyes and things are gonna be down. Let me do this. I know I jump all over the place, I apologize. But I wanna make sure that you can kind of tell what parts are what. because they are a very unique looking animal. We're going to draw their eyeball going right down here. We're going to have them looking over at us. There we go. Now do you see what's going on here? And then we're going to do, so they have this big hump on their back, which is like their big shoulder blade. And then we're going to do kind of this shape. We're going to kind of just do a little, what do you call it, a little curve right there, going to the back. And then we're going to go straight back here and just start curving this around for their bum. See that? So we'll curve that back around, and then we're going to do some, we're going to keep it curving around because this is just the way their skin's folding. And like I said, it looks kind of like armor on there. It is pretty tough. It protects them from things like thorns and whatnot when they're trying to go through brush or trees. It protects their body that way. But even though it's, there we go, we're going to give them a big belly because they graze and they kind of just eat a lot during the day. So they got these big old bellies. Kind of remind you of like cows. And actually, females or girl versions of rhinoceros are called cows. And the boys are called bulls. We learned about bulls. We just drew a bull. Alrighty, now let's do the shoulder blade. Now we'll just kind of do a fun little armor plate looking thing right here. We'll just kind of go back here. And we're going to do another little curve right here. You'll see we just kind of did curve, and curve, almost like a wave right here. And we'll connect it right there. Ooh, he's looking pretty powerful. They are huge. They're really, really heavy, but it's kind of surprising how fast they can run too. They can go up to like 30 miles an hour. Can run pretty fast once they get going. All right, so I'm gonna draw a little line right in here, and this is just gonna be like a little crease in their neck because they got lots of wrinkles. Lots and lots of wrinkles. We'll bring that down here, and then I'm just gonna connect them with another little curve, and then another little curve right here. I can bring that down. There we go. It's kind of got a little wrinkly neck there. And it looks weird because they also don't have what? What am I missing here on the head? That's right, I'm missing the ears. So we gotta draw some ears. Let's just draw like a leaf shape. Like that. How about that? Does that look good? And you can do whatever you want on the inside. You can maybe color that part in. And then we do a little ear sticking out over here. There you go. They have to rely on other senses because their eyes are not too powerful. They don't have great eyesight. Oh, we missed something else in the face. Did you notice that? A big old nostril right here. Gotta put that on there so they can smell. All right, this is looking like a tank. That's the name. I'm gonna name this rhinoceros Tank. I like that name. Big and strong. All right, now we gotta put the legs on here. Oh wait, should we put some lines on here to kind of make it look kind of like armor? Let's do that. Yeah, let's make it look like that. There we go. For the Asian rhinoceros, it really does look like they have armor plates. So if you want to draw an Asian rhinoceros, you should look them up, and they look like they'll have all these giant plates all over them. It's not really plates, just their thick skin. But I'm going to be drawing one, like I said, a black or a white rhinoceros is kind of what I'm being inspired by here. And they don't look as much like they have armor. They just look like they're really thick. Now they have like our four-legged animal friends. They have that funky back leg. And so we got to do that, right? We got to go back first. It's not like us, our knees go forward. These ones go opposite. They go backwards. They look like they step back here. And then we're going to go do a little line right here. And then we're going to do this little curve right here. Okay? Now we're going to go back over here. And instead of just doing a really angular approach, we're going to go like this. We're just going to round it off right here. And then have it, there we go, like that. Now they have really kind of interesting feet. They're not like hooves, like normal hooves. They have 3 toes, but they're really big, distinct 3 toes. They're kind of funky. You'll see them. Let me draw them right here. So we're going to draw a line right here. We'll draw another line right here. And we'll connect it. And we'll draw this one up just a little bit above it. You see that? We haven't really drawn an animal that has these crazy toes. And then we'll just draw little curves right there. There you go. And then we'll say that the other toe is just hidden on the other side. Now let's draw the front leg. Let's bring it down, maybe from this point right here. You know how I like when things kind of match up. Makes my life easier, and I feel like it brings a little bit of order to my illustration. Okay, so we'll do another line over here. And if you need to draw a little line to kind of see where your ground is, you can do that. That way they all feel like they're matching up okay. And then I'm going to do a little, same thing that I did over here. Have it kind of come out like this. There you go. I'm going to start down here and draw my first little toe. And then I'll bring this one up just a little bit higher, just to show that it's further back. There we go. Let's add another foot, but we're going to kind of have the foot in the back go at an angle, almost like they're walking. We're going to do that little curve like we did right here, do that curve up here, and then we'll just bring it straight up. Like that. And then we're going to do this toe, and then draw another little line where the other toe goes. And we'll just go straight up again. There we go. Maybe it needs to go back a little bit more. A little bit more of an angle. Does that look okay? That looks okay. Let's put the other leg on here and we'll see how it looks. If we need to change it, we can. That's the best part about using a pencil, right? We can make these changes and mistakes if we have them, and that's okay. So we'll make that one. Just copy the leg you've already done. Just do it in the background. Perfect. How is yours turning out? Awesome. Well, good. Well, I'm glad you're having fun. Now, the only thing we have left before we can move on to our marker is just adding a little tail. They don't have a really big tail. So I'm just going to do this little friendly guy in the back. All right, Tank, we need to outline you so that we can color you, because that's one of my favorite things to do. Let's start with the big parts, right? Let's start with the big parts. You got a big bottom. Let's start with the bottom first. There we go. And we can go right through here because that's how their skin folds. Now, I said they have really thick skin, which is great, but they are still able to get sunburns. They live in some very, very hot areas, and their skin can burn. So do you know what they do to stop from getting sunburns or bug bites? They roll in mud. They're kind of like pigs that way. Pigs like to roll in the mud. It keeps them cool, keeps the bugs off them, and it helps them also not get sunburns. So they roll around in mud. Yeah, they're definitely not the only animal that does that, huh? Let's do this big, powerful back. There we go. I'm going to draw their head. I'm going to go down to their horns. Then you can do whatever little shape you want. You can make that shape a little bit more detailed if you want. Or you can just go straight down. That's fine. There we go. Did you know that their horns never stop growing? Did I already tell you that? Hope I didn't tell you that. Their horns never stop growing. So some older ones could have really, really long horns. I think the longest horn ever recorded was 5 feet long. Can you believe that? 5 feet long? That's huge. That is really, really big. But even if they break off, they can grow another horn. It'll grow back. The sad thing is there's people called poachers where they kill animals even though it's illegal. And they'll kill animals just to take things like for elephants, sometimes they take their tusks. For rhinoceros, they take their horns. They cut them off. And a lot of times these rhinoceros, it's so painful and things, and they can lose a lot of blood and they can die. So it's really, really important that we know and take care of the rhinoceros and other animals that are endangered. 3 of the 5 species of rhinoceros in the world are endangered. It's just really, really sad because people keep doing things like that, cutting off those horns, which is really, really sad. Because these are beautiful animals, very cool animals. We should treat all animals well. And some people might think that they're kind of scary or mean because of the way they can charge and they have that big horn. But they're actually pretty gentle. They don't really care. They're not trying to kill you or eat you or hurt you because they're herbivores. They like to eat plants. And they can't see very well. So it's hard for them to go and attack people. They only do that if they're threatened or we don't leave them alone. Like a lot of animals. I feel like we are afraid of a lot of different animals because of the way that we treat them and they react the way we treat them. So if we treat them with respect and certain animals that are more dangerous, we can leave them be. They're not going to hurt you. All right, let's do that leg in the back. Whoop. These feet are kind of fun to draw. I was really worried about them. I was like, man, the feet look kind of hard to draw, but they're actually pretty fun to draw because they're different than the feet that we've been drawing lately with our other animals. They kind of remind me of dinosaur feet. In fact, they've been around for a really, really long time. So I'm guessing that they've been around since some of them dinosaurs. So maybe that's why they look like they do. Some animals just look like they've been around a long time. Like alligators. You know, we drew the alligator. They look like they've been around for a very long time, and they have. Okay. Draw those toes. We'll draw the back legs here. Alrighty. Let's draw that back toe. We should be in pretty good shape. Awesome. I don't think I'm going to do anything else to this because I'm really happy with how Tank turned out. I almost called him Crash because a group of rhinoceros, like we said in the very beginning, are called a crash. That's the best because I'd assume if they all got together, they'd probably be kind of clumsy. That'd be my guess. They'd be kind of clumsy. They actually don't have the biggest brains. Poor little guys. They don't have the biggest brains especially for how big they are. But they can be gentle giants if you leave them alone. So, okay, what I'm going to do is all I'm going to do is erase all the sketch that we've already done and underneath there so that it's all clean. And then we can just start coloring. And then I will catch up afterwards and we'll talk about how we did. And there we go. My rhinoceros, or should I say Tank, is all finished. Man, that was a lot of fun. They have such a cool shape, don't they? They have a really, really cool shape. I hope you guys had a whole lot of fun. I know I had a blast. And again, I'm so excited to be back and drawing with you. So stay tuned every single day, Monday through Friday. We'll be doing more drawing videos. So make sure to subscribe. And if you enjoy these videos, give them a like. Also, I almost forgot. We're very proud of what we made, so I want to go ahead and sign my name on there so everybody knows that I am proud of what I made and that it's mine. So I'm going to do my initials right down there, and Tank is all finished. Well, thank you guys so much. We'll see you tomorrow, and always remember to be brave, be creative, but most importantly, be you. Alrighty, we'll see you guys next time.